Parkdale, Hyde Park.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Premier. Yesterday, the Premier met with Toronto's new Mayor to discuss the future of Transit City. Earlier this year, the Premier and his government yanked $4 billion worth of Transit City funding. Following his meeting yesterday, has the Premier now completely abandoned Transit City, yes or no?
Here.
Minister of Transportation.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We've been very clear that the funding that is going into the City of Toronto remains in the envelope to go into the City of Toronto, Mr. Speaker. It's the biggest investment in transit in a generation.
Here, here.
There's a plan in place to build all those projects, 5 projects over 10 years, Mr. Speaker, and I think the member opposite knows that. The Premier had a good meeting with Mayor Ford yesterday, has been reported. As we both said, we'll continue to work with the City. The Council has yet to meet. It's important for the TTC and Metrolinx to work through the technical details, Mr. Speaker. We'll continue to work with them. We want to build transit in the City of Toronto, Mr. Speaker. That's what this is all about.
Here, here. Supplementary.
Mr. Speaker, Toronto families want their politicians to stop playing games, get the shovels in the ground, and build Transit City. Along Eglinton Avenue, families have been waiting for decades for better public transit. 15 years ago, these families saw a previous provincial government kill a public transit plan. Now it looks like the same thing is about to happen under the McGuinty government. Will this Premier take decisive action to make sure that the Eglinton LRT is built on schedule, or will he make the same mistake as Mike Harris?
Mr. Speaker,
Minister.
The member opposite really needs to talk to the councillors in Toronto. She needs to talk to City Council. She needs to encourage them to have that conversation with the Mayor. But, Mr. Speaker, this is a member who has consistently voted against the air rail link, Mr. Speaker. She has not been in favour of transit in Toronto. And, Mr. Speaker, in 2007, Howard Hampton, the then leader of the NDP...
Remind the honourable member we use riding names.
The member for Rainy River, Kenora Rainy River, said, we don't need another subway mega project extending the subway into a lightly populated York region. Mr. Speaker, this party has consistently not been supportive of transit, Mr. Speaker. We need them on side supporting transit across the GTHA and across the province, Mr. Speaker. They need to talk to City Council. City Council needs to work with the Mayor. We want to build transit in the GTHA.
Question, member from Oakville.
Thank you, Speaker. I've got a question this morning for the Minister of Health.